This episode, like every episode of Yeah, Beer and That, is brought to you for free by us here at Craft Beer Banter and the Dock Brewing Company. If you enjoy the content that we put out and you'd like to support us, you can follow us on Instagram, share our YouTube videos, subscribe to us on Spotify, or leave us a review on Apple Podcasts / iTunes. All of that stuff really helps us out. We'll throw links to all of our socials in the description, including a link to our new Patreon page for those of you interested in becoming patrons. We'll provide additional information on all of this later on. For now, please just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Craft Beer Banter presents a Kingswood Studios production. Created and recorded at Dock Brewing HQ. You're listening to Yeah, Beer and That.
Are you having a good time today, Mike? Or what's the
Why won't people
glasses?
speak?
No, you just come in earlier, glasses on, just like, and now you're like glasses back on.
Yeah, Cocaine Saturday. Speaking of Cocaine Saturdays, boys.
This is not a Friday night. This is new territory for us.
Welcome to season 3 of Yeah, fucking...
Beer.
And that.
That worked well.
Didn't spend the last half hour practicing that, just in case you're wondering.
Good new music, new intros, new everything. We're coming fresh, boys, this season. Fresh.
Joey, who did we rip off this time?
Crash Bandicoot.
Sick. Yeah, nice.
Actually, yeah. Now, to an introduction, boys, to Braggot. All right. The Braggot is the what is a
That
Braggot?
came out of
How is a Braggot?
Yeah,
What is a Braggot?
So too.
I can dive straight in.
For this episode? Well, I'm going to do a preamble and then we have a bit of a chat
Okay.
together, you know.
Yep.
So, the phrase "birds and the bees," right, from originally was about Braggot.
Was it?
A French man, Jacques Lafontaine, introduced Braggot to the world because he saw birds.
I thought you were going to say he introduced birds to bees.
Yeah, he saw birds getting fucked up off honey.
Fermented honey. And he's like,
Are we going to have anything true this season?
So Braggot is a French word for birds and bees.
I'm without my laptop today. I feel I need to fact check that. Fact check one word could mean 3 words, especially in French.
What is a Braggot, boys? What the fuck is a Braggot?
it's a beer of any style that you like that you just chuck honey in the secondary and you don't let it ferment. You get the nice sweet flavour.
Flavour of some honey, bit of funk.
Bit of funk, yeah.
Typically pretty heavy. This season we're doing weird and wild shit. We got 12 episodes.
Until we run out of weird and wild
Until
shit.
we run out of it.
It'll be pale ales for the last 3 episodes.
And the reason I chose Braggot is actually because George's dad's a I don't know what the word is.
What is that word?
He has bees.
Beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
But there's a word for
I know, but I'm just enjoying watching you guys struggle.
what?
I said honeykeeper.
Honeykeeper.
He does keep honey.
I feel like it's something like manarist or something like that. Am I even close?
Alphabetically, not really, but you get the last bit right.
He got the ist bit. Yeah.
So we could have said ist and been closer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ist bin honeymaker.
You know what? I think that's actually closer. It's an apiarist.
An apiarist.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
because an apiary.
Don't act
is
like
a-
you knew
I
it.
know.
It's really good to have everyone back again. I'm super excited about today. It's been a very long time. How long has it actually been since me and Simmo kind of caught up? But
How
it's
long
been
has today been?
a month. Yeah, a month or so.
17 hours.
It's gonna be a big one.
17 and a half.
Wow.
We've got some mead or loudmouth Braggot in front of us from a meadery. But before we do, I wanted to tell you boys about the new beer that Doc Brewing's bringing out, and I wanted to say this, and I wanted to see Cobra's reaction. So short mouth, long skirt.
Something like that.
It's something
I just call him
with,
short skirt. Yeah.
tweedy, patchy pubes.
The Night Stalker.
And a moustache right over there.
So I have been waiting very patiently for about 3 months for the EPA to approve my labels so I can get them printed and put them on the beer and sell the beer. So I sent a very angry email to the EPA asking why last time it took about 2 weeks and this time we're encroaching into 13, 14-week territory. And after I sent it, I found my previous...
Unsent email.
You send it to the EAP?
I never fully submitted the form.
That'll do it.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah, he's got. I was expecting you to get like
I'm
a little
more
bit.
interested in the reply.
I haven't got a reply yet, so now I'm worried. Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking at it going like, these guys are fucking
Well, because
troll.
immediately after I sent
Yeah.
it, I was like, oh no, and then I looked and it was like the.
Do you not just
"You've
own up
saved
to your
progress."
mistake straight away and just
No, 'cause
send
they're not-
a follow up just like, sorry dudes, like I fucked up here. It's not you.
I'm
it's
going to
not you,
claim
it's
that
me.
my email got hacked, and because I just submitted it straight after. So,
Is that not like something? Because like if I don't get a reply after 2 days, I check I've got sent emails that have actually left my email address.
The most
No?
like passive or like petty thing you can do is then reply to your sent email being like, hey, I sent this email. This is me telling you again.
yeah,
I know you got it.
No, but I check. I don't resend stuff. Like I'll check to see that it has sent.
No, but then you reply to the one that you've sent as a thing of like,
I do that at work actually.
Yeah.
Do you have
Well,
an update, please?
I also used to
just like
early
the
on in
original
the
content of
the old
email is phrased
internet
differently.
when I was learning how to email, probably before I was 20, which is at least 10 years ago now, if not closer to 11. I used to CC myself into everything.
Did you?
Yeah, absolutely everything as a high school person and soon after.
Do the
make
big.
or like because then I knew it was sent, and then I just delete it.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
As soon
I
as
didn't
it came
think of
through,
So
and
method
then
to the madness.
and then when I got a like semi-responsible job, people were like, "Why the fuck are you doing that?" I was like, "So I know it's sent." They're like, "Just check your sent emails."
put a read receipt on or something.
Well, yeah, read receipt.
I'll do that a lot.
This season's different to the last one.
Something's different.
Should we crack on, boys?
We should.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
A
Let's
braggot,
talk about beer,
boys.
not emails.
Okay, so a braggot. This is my I brewed a braggot this season, but this is not. We're doing it the other way around. Segment 1 is going to be we're going to try what it's supposed to taste like, and then segment 2 is what I did and see if it gets anywhere near. The braggot that we've got in front of us today is by Stone Dog Meadery. They're from New South Wales, and they were the only braggot I could find in Australia. The only one. So expensive. I don't have it on me at the moment, but it was for a 4-pack. I wasn't getting much change from 50, including shipping. Which I get. I guess I get it. It's a 9.
50?
Yeah, 50 including shipping is for a 4-pack. Yeah, roughly. It's a 9.5% drink, an ancient glass for modern man on the front there. I'll try. I will take some photos and show you. But we got the camera rolling again. Hello for season 3.
Hello.
Oh, Simmo's on it. I got to tweak that after. So we're going to crack that and have a taste and tell us what you think, boys.
This one actually has a bit of funk.
Well, that's the thing. So,
So,
should we have
like,
a bit of a
so-
chat about what it's supposed to taste like and all
I don't
that?
think I'm supposed to have known what yours is going to. But this one has like a good amount of funk. Like you get that farmhouse sort of taste to it.
Well,
I haven't had a sip, a big sip, but like straight up. Straight up.
Simmo!
He's puckered the lips and he's.
Gets the Simmo seal of approval.
I think if I had a lighter in front of my mouth, then I would have.
It is
get a pay
it's
raise
handy
this
gear.
this
It's
season,
9.5.
The pressure's off. I can just crack jokes now.
It's a boy!
I'm not a boy.
Braggots traditionally that high in alcohol, or
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. They're a high alcohol. Mine is not so much. We'll talk about mine later.
You always want to talk about you.
When are we going to go?
Yeah.
Season 2, you boys didn't.
Wait, so is there supposed to be fermented honey? Or
No. So
it's
the idea is you make.
So it's still a strong beer as a base then.
It's supposed to be a really strong base beer, and the honey's supposed to go in secondary. It's not really supposed to ferment. It's supposed to have a bit of a honey flavour and a bit of funk. So the honey's supposed to kind of sit
Would the
there.
funk come from fermented honey just from natural yeast?
The natural yeast in the honey, yeah.
So there will be an element of fermented honey. If
Will be a
you're,
little
if
bit,
you're
yeah.
doing it right and if you leave it long enough.
But it's not, the sugars in the honey is not supposed to
Yeah,
be the
you're
goal
not putting
there.
a
You
mead,
don't want
you're
to
not like
ferment
adding a
it.
mead yeast or whatever ale yeast or whatever you put in.
English ale yeast, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh,
You're not adding like an English
the
ale
farmhouse.
yeast to eat the honey. Like
Exactly.
whatever's on the honey is eating the honey.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
fucking mate, this guy, he's on fire.
Just simplifying it for you, like
Troglodytes.
me folk out there.
Very little head retention on mine.
This isn't my first taste of
Glass,
this either.
but yours is much better.
Yours is much clearer. I think there must have been some sediment in the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Could have tried a bit of that maybe.
Have more, guys. It's only 9.5%.
It's a very sweet beer. On the nose, that's the
Incredibly
that's
sweet.
that funk.
Yeah,
That is
a
that
lot of funk.
Brett style, yeah. Nose.
It is quite bready, isn't it? It doesn't like really smell like a lactic
Tastes
sort
like
of sour.
vomit.
Yeah.
On the aftertaste. And
That's that lactic.
I say
Yeah.
that with utmost respect because it's kind of cool what I'm drinking. But you know, after you've vomited, particularly in the morning, if you've been really pissed,
bile.
the bile.
That's that lacticness.
Yeah.
Now that I said it doesn't smell like it, but when you taste it, you do get that acidic flavour.
I think it's supposed to be there according to the notes as well. Like that's
a
a
cordial that's far too strong, and then you can blow bubbles afterwards.
yeah.
I can never put bubbles, but
That's what I've got.
Oh Jesus, you're salivating. That's actually like a wine tasting thing where you know how acidic the whole fucking thing is by how much you salivate. So it's obviously very up there.
what if you're salivating heaps before you drink the wine?
Due to
Just any
being
sort of
hungry and you smell food.
or any.
Because the eye tie's next door.
Oh
They are
no.
making some. Did you smell that before? When we were out there?
My memory may be fudged here, but I feel like I did. Yeah.
I salivated for that.
Salivated. Nice.
Salivated.
What
yeah.
were they making?
I'm not sure. It was almost like garlic bread smell.
Yeah, that's a good smell.
So
It's just like, garlicky.
Yeah, eye tie.
Typical
I think I got
eye
that,
cuisine.
Garlic on bread or garlic on pasta? What would you like?
I tie the somewhat xenophobic term for Italians. I'm taking.
Well, it's better than my
No, just
my partner from country Victoria. They all say Italian, and it's a Victorian thing
With
like
the W.
million.
I hate that million.
And it
Oh.
drives me mad. And billion, and they say
Like,
say,
a
oh,
double
she's
L is a
Italian. My
W.
friend from work's Italian, and I'm like, she's Italian. Why can't you?
La.
You can't get your head around that.
Wah.
They are country Victorians.
Yes, they also tell me that the TR here is much easier than Victoria.
Isn't it comparable across the whole country?
That's what I thought.
I'm sorry, the Australian tertiary entrance rank is harder.
That's what I said to her.
Again,
We will get a bonus point because we're from the armpit.
The armpit belt.
we were going to make this season different to season 2. It's not. This is the same.
I'll say it's
Very
worse.
it's very different.
I think we're trending back to season 1 territory.
We're
So,
trending.
This particular Braggot, which is apparently the only. Where'd you get it anyway? Like, how did you
Online.
source it?
Straight
Straight through them, or
yes, I had to
Cartel,
go
or-
straight through them. I went through Beer Cartel, Craft Cartel.
Yeah.
I literally had to research Mead Australia. Oh my
Some bubbles being
God.
blown right there.
And because I figured at the end I had to find a meadery to get me Braggot because no breweries were doing it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more common over in the States. I think everything's a bit more common in the States. But
Have we said what the base beer of this is?
no, I haven't even read that, mate. I've had a couple of these already. Like
So
the other day.
the base beer of this is a Belgian Saison.
Behave.
Go.
Mate,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense now with the nose.
Yeah.
Belgianiness.
And even just the mouthfeel and the lingering aftertaste, I feel like that's Belgian, like
Yeah.
all the way.
100%, man.
And obviously a meadery is going to do this because the amount of honey that they're dropping in this. Breweries probably aren't getting the amount of honey that they need to make a commercially viable. Well, is mine not working?
Whole recording stopped.
You don't grow in corns again, have you?
No. It's got 14 minutes.
The one time I said something useful, he just turned it off.
It's okay, you can say it again.
I don't remember what I said.
Where we got to? Who's talking about the Belgianiness?
Lucky you're watching that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going 45 minutes and
All right, guys, we got all the racist stuff out. Let's try again.
Sorry about that, mate. So it's got the Belgian Saison.
so the base of this beer is a Belgian Saison, and then I was just saying like that I'm not surprised it took a meadery to produce a Braggot because of the amount of honey that I'd imagine it'd take to make a commercially viable Braggot.
It would be a lot, man.
It'd be a lot of
How
honey.
do you know how much they produced? This could be a very small batch.
I literally made a mead, which was 8 litres, and it took 2 kilos of honey. It's probably one of the more expensive beers that I've made recently, and it's only 8 litres.
Hence the price tag.
So honey's
$50 for a
They only
4-pack.
made 10 litres.
If they made 10 litres,
That's why it was $50 a 4-pack.
They are a
making huge
meadery,
loss.
so
So they'd have a lot of honey around. They'd have a deal with an apiary.
Yes.
An
I think
apiary.
they had to deal with the bees.
So
Hey, Rodney!
they got these bees
lads
that are
over
just
there,
coming
mate.
in and dropping in the honey. You know,
We hear you guys like to get fucked up. So.
Yeah. We'll trade you honey for some Braggot. This is a banter side of
This is
craft beer
this is what it's
banter.
actually supposed to be
Yeah.
a bit more.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Less clinical.
You
For
guys-
people playing at home, it's rich golden. My glass is anyway. Chris is a little bit
I drank a lot
More.
of it already.
a darker golden, but
Yours looks like a
Mine
beer
looks
from
brilliant.
like a TV commercial
Yeah.
or something. It's like a brilliant
it
gold.
is. It is. It
The
really is.
Dulux beer paint.
Yeah, and I'm the dog.
Yeah, I really like it. And the thing that I like about this season is, not
Jeez, we're 14 minutes in.
sorry, that
How much did he cut out?
Sample size.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we're going to cut this shit out. We're
14
7 minutes in.
minutes
We're 8 minutes in. Just use the one you need, Chris.
it's that that we're actually going. I would never have bought a Braggot. I would never have searched for one. I didn't know what the fuck it was, to be honest with you. I typed in like
It's interesting.
I
though.
typed in obscure beer styles, and this was at the top. And of a list.
This.
Yeah, and just that someone the thing is though, a lot of people make it overseas. So is
Where?
it in the US? There was a
Really?
lot available there. Yeah. So I don't know if they got more bees there or something or what the fuck.
Well, yeah. Might be a bigger concentrated pissheads.
Has anyone seen that report about like what the biggest beer drinking countries are? And it's pretty like close at the top, like average liters drunk per person per year. But then like in first place by a fucking lot, by like 5 times what second place in is like the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I was going to ask. I was like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've told me this. It's Czech Republic.
Oh.
I didn't want to steal your thunder. I wanted to steal your thunder the whole time, but I was like, I'm going to leave it.
That's so funny. You want it
Yeah,
so bad.
it's like a mile, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
they
like
are.
a huge amount.
It's like, where are all the bees? It's like, maybe they're just like really conglomerating in one weird country. And that's,
Yeah.
Maybe they just look after their bees. We're all killing
Well,
our
me,
bees,
it's
and
a Nordic thing, I guess. Like that's the
Czech Republic's not Nordic,
Yeah.
but you know, it's
Scandinavian
close. It's,
area.
it's,
It's
it's way
close-ish.
south of that, but
Is it actually that far
there's a
south?
few
Like
countries in
saying-
between.
It's like
There's
saying
yeah.
Adelaide and Indonesia are,
brothers.
from another mother.
Kind of.
I mean, if you took the
Okay.
population at a
No.
particular point in time, there'd probably be a lot of Adelaide people in Indonesia. Maybe.
A lot of
It took a few thousand years
is it
for them to get there.
Perthians? Perth, people from Perth. A lot of them holiday.
Perthans.
They're called fuckheads.
Or
Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry,
I forgot
Jamie.
about Jamie.
I'm glad she doesn't listen to this shit.
or we could say Purplians. If you're
Perthans.
from country Victoria.
Keep working on that ATAR country, Victoria.
Oh,
It's-
it fucking drives me mad.
So, boys, segment 1.
Do we even say anything?
Well, not really. We got
We
20
introduced
minutes.
the
Address the
segment
colour
and we
for a
just
minute.
canned it. That was
Do you want
it.
me to read it off the bottle?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
let's have
Go for it.
This is off the
Narration.
Stone Dog, which... Has anyone heard of Stone Dog before?
Never.
I have not.
Are they a combination
and
of
you did
Stone
say-
and Wood and Brewdog?
Yeah.
Ooh. They could be. Is that purely because they're a meadery?
What was that? Sorry, mate.
A meadery? Isn't that
Yes.
they're a meadery, so they're not a brewery, they're a meadery?
They are a meadery, yes.
Okay. Here on the bottle it says a Braggot combined two great drinks, mead and beer. For our Braggot we combine the rich sweetness of our orange blossom sweet mead and the ester profile and slight sourness of a Belgian saison. Or Belwin, if you're from country Victoria.
He's
We
not
use-
happy with the country Victorians today, is he?
Sriracha,
Yeah.
Ace
Yep.
hops, which
Oh.
import a lemon aroma and bitter orange peel to add to the citrus taste.
Quite commonly used in rice lagers, that, by
arse.
the way.
As this Braggot, a
This is my favourite day in like 11 years.
I got tears in my eyes. I can't read it.
Mike's about to ride home. He didn't even bring his bike.
He'll get a lift on the bees.
Whose bike is this?
I'll carry him. As the Braggot ages, the sour character of the yeast may become more dominant. Visit us at www. which you don't need to do these days.
PORNHU.
xnnx.com.au. Interesting. It's not like anything I've ever tasted before, to be honest. And I thought a farmhouse ale was as far as that was ever going to go for a beer. But I think this takes the cake.
I enjoyed it. I actually
I
genuinely
quite
enjoyed it.
enjoyed it. I'd say like
Yeah, but
it's like we've
share
had
it,
some
Paul.
sarties. Hey, you're not gonna.
I'm happy to share at 9.5% as well. Just share.
Yeah,
like,
it's a good share.
I'd share a
two
330.
between four.
Yeah, 2 between 4 is plenty.
Yep.
Yep.
6 between 3.
How many in a baker's dozen?
6.5 between 13.
You know what Brewers Dozen's actually 11?
why?
You just dashed his
He-
hopes.
He got me. He got me so good. Is it to make up for the baker's dozen?
No, because you obviously drink one while you're making it. That's all.
Whereas the bakers make an extra one so they can eat it and
Yeah.
still sell a dozen.
Yeah.
You're only making 11.
I gave you 12.
So do we know back to the bottle? Do we know why you announced this at the beginning, Chris? An ancient glass for modern man. Is this a very ancient way of brewing?
Mead is the oldest drink, the oldest
It's due to the
alcoholic
mead.
drink. Yeah.
So maybe that's a catch cry or a freight or whatever on every bottle they make. Stone Dog. It's
Yeah.
not particular to this.
There's a couple like so. What the fuck are they called? Dogfish Head or whatever. They do something called an ancient ale, and it's basically where they combine mead, wine, and beer into one. And it was basically how the first pissheads experimented. They threw together all of their
Anything
favorite
with sugar in it and
alcoholic
just
Now
let
they
it,
just have
let it go.
threesomes.
Yeah, now they just have threesomes. So yeah, like a Braggot was a very ancient style of drink. Yep.
Spelled BRAGGART, by the way.
No, it's not. That's,
No, I thought it was OT.
it is
what it
OT,
said.
but they've just called it a Braggot for some
No, that's
reason.
how I'm taking it.
Yeah, okay,
He's right.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I feel like you're wrong here, Chris, and so was I.
okay.
Can you not read?
Yeah, I can read that.
Are they just bragging about art?
I'm fucking with you, by the way.
Who's?
So defensive of your Braggots already.
We got 2 more sections.
Can we read the second word on the and spell the second word on the blurb on the back?
Right, guys.
There we
Told
go.
you.
Given.
Yeah, give it. Boys, segment 1, we're going to pause it there just because it could get really long before it gets better.
As long as it is bad. Yeah,
gotta
beer
cut
in
a
that
couple-
season 3.
Hashtag. We got a couple of things we're going to bring you, so please stick around. Yeah. We promise we're going to try.
You guys aren't trying? You know what? I might go get stuck in traffic for the rest of the day. Fuck you. Do what I want.
Fucking hate traffic.
Fuck who I want.
Yeah.
On that note,
Can't be doing that with kids.
welcome back to segment 2 of our first episode of this new season, boys. Segment 1, brilliant. I think better than anything we've ever done.
That's an opinion, and I think
I wasn't listening.
all opinions are welcome.
Yeah, we welcome all opinions here at Yeah Beer and That. No matter how wrong they are or grossly misinformed. What were you saying?
I was looking at Simmo. For those of you, this is actually Simmo over here. He's got a haircut. Can you come in? He's not a new guy. Same person.
I cut it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
For those of you listening I'm sorry. Most of our listeners
All except one.
are podcasters. We have
I believe that Chris is the only one that watches this on YouTube.
it's like me and my mum. Everyone else is like listening to this. I'm sorry. This segment,
Even the views on YouTube are people listening to it on YouTube.
yeah, it's no one's watching. This segment, where why did I say it like that? We're going to go through my home brewed Braggot. We have a video of me brewing this. For those of you interested, I'll put a link in the description. Braggot, from what we've been through on segment 1, it's any base beer style you want, secondary fermented with honey. I made an English ale. Reason, I really like English ales.
Like, would you... I'm just jumping back. You said any beer style you like. So you could do a stout, like a Braggot stout.
From what I can remember about the BJCP, I don't know what number this is.
Or
but
like a Braggot lager.
Could be.
Like,
it could be a lager. Could
full,
be
full spectrum.
It really.
Like you could do a Pilsner and drop honey on it. Or you could do a...
Segment 1, it was a saison.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just making sure it's for the listeners. When you say any, it's not
I'm
like...
fairly sure, mate. The definition is a beer, like a beer, secondary fermented with X amount of honey. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
You say fermenting, it's not actually fermenting the honey, though. It's kind of like just a secondary condition.
Yeah, so as Luke explained, the fermentation of the honey is through the yeast of the honey itself.
Right.
Natural yeast.
You don't
add it or you don't try to ferment it. It's a natural fermentation from the honey.
Once the beer is fermented, you add your honey. You let that go for a week or 2 weeks or whatever you want, and you kind of rack off at the end, and that's your final product.
What temp were you letting it just go? Was it warm or
3 degrees?
Oh,
3
so
degrees.
you let it just go cold.
And so the cool thing about I'll actually get the recipe, but the brew day was a piece of piss. I don't
Get it?
look
Cool. 3 degrees.
really really easy brew day, and the fermentation of the English ale was perfect. Like everything went really well. I didn't have anything go wrong here. When I added the honey as well, there was something when I was racking off. Because I wasn't going through I have a stainless conical. There's a dump port at the bottom, but there's also a racking valve at the middle. And I was going to rack from that, and for some reason I went, you know what? I'm just going to get my wine thief, and I'll rack from that, and I'll use the racking port next time. And it's a wicked thing I did because the honey, because I not only used fresh honey, I had like honeycomb shit. It all because it was at 3 degrees, it didn't dissolve into the beer, so it actually settled at and above the racking port. So I had to scoop out like this weird shit that looked like honey. When you tasted it, it was nothing. It was just nothing. Like it was this weird honey textured nothing.
Yeah, because it was cold, it just tasted like nothing. Because cold normally dulls your.
Yeah, but even like there was no honey flavor. There was nothing.
Okay,
There was not.
it was just nothing. So like
Yeah.
the sugars had been taken by the liquid.
The liquid, yeah.
Yeah. Like
So-
when I ate that mango that was just texture.
Yeah, dude, like the
Yeah.
the mango ice cream IPA. The
Yeah,
mango had
and
nothing left.
I ate the mangoes and there was just nothing left in the mango. It was just all texture. It was like a weird, gross texture.
So, boys, please have a sip, have a nose, and compare this to.
I want to start comparing because I think I already said it earlier when I had one of these before and I don't often have insights. So not as funk as the Stone Dog.
Straight away, hey, there's
Straight
no
away.
like
And,
Brett. Or
I mean,
anything
like the Saison, you're expecting a little bit more something than an English pale ale.
Yeah,
But-
what kind of English ale is this?
English ale, sorry, English ale.
I'll tell you.
There's many an English ale.
Yes.
Just Pall Mall,
Yes.
Munich 10, Crystal 10, and honey. Hallertau Mittelfra for the hops, and see, I put the wrong.
it's not very English.
No, Fuggles or East Kent.
Yeah, I guess there's no real English hops there, but like the Pall Mall
They all do the same job.
was Marisota,
Yep.
and the yeast was an English ale yeast.
Yep.
I don't have it written down exactly which one it was.
That's all right.
But and the Hallertau Mittelfrau was, I didn't want really anything to come through on the hop there. Like I said earlier, off this, but I wanted the slightest bit of bitterness, but I didn't want any astringency. And we had this lager that I've brewed as well earlier. That kind of has a weird, like you get some aromas and some shit off there, like because it's lemon drop hops. Whereas I know with Mittelfrau or Hallertau, you get nothing really. Just
No.
it's real subtle.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, even more generally, this is quite a clean, fermented, very, like, smooth beer. Sorry, Braggot.
It's that and it's sweet. Like it's a
Nothing like
it's
really-
a really like this. I would have loved to have had some of this English ale without the honey. Like
Dude, me
It
too,
would have
hey.
been like keep that recipe because that without the honey would be a delicious. Whether it fits a BJCP or not, that's going to be a delicious beer.
Yeah,
You're thinking in the past, Luke. That's season 2. Fuck the BJCP.
Is that the third time we've choked him?
Yes, this time with our words.
Yeah, I think I agree with
This
you.
time we got him on mic. Yeah.
Yeah, the toffee
Like-
maltiness of this
Yeah.
would be a brilliant
It's a
beer.
brilliant beer.
hero-
It's a brilliant
hero on its
base
own.
beer, and the honey adds a sweetness. The only thing I'd say it misses compared to the early one is the funk.
Yeah.
Like there's a really slight, and you know it's coming. Maybe if you left that for six to 12 months, maybe you get a bit more.
But do you want the funk? Is that what you want of a Braggot? Or?
You know what? I think if we're brewing it for style, then we do want some funk. So stylistically, I've missed this a bit, and that's cool though because I without knocking the Stone Dog, I'd reach for this before the Stone Dog.
Oh, 100%. Me too. Yeah.
It's more of an approachable beer in my opinion.
That's a delicious beer, and it's got sweetness.
And after, you know what, I really tasted a lot of honey before I tried the Stone Dog, and now we've had that. This seems so subtle, like everything seems really dialed back. And before that, I was like, oh, there's a lot of sweetness there, or there's a bit of funk there, you know. I don't know if you boys had the same
Yeah, but
experience.
you're comparing it to the most, well, like I said before, probably the most challenging or full-on or whatever beer that I've ever had.
Really?
That was full-on.
A meadery, they're pumping a fair bit of honey. I'd love to know the volume of honey
That
compared,
was a
like
lot.
the percentage of honey. Sorry,
And I
compared to.
drank.
So, like, can you get that on theirs? Because I know you can get it on yours, but
And I
so for
drank
kilos
Vikings
of honey
before.
per liter of beer,
I
you could get that for yours. But can you get that for the?
I could ask them. I
Stone
could
Dog?
send them an email.
Yeah, but we won't know that.
Make
right
sure you
now.
CC yourself on it.
It's going to be like a little cutaway. It was this to that and that to this.
So for those interested, for
That's a
30,
great soundbite, by the way. It was that to that and this to this.
You got it wrong already. That
I'm
to
never
this
wrong.
and this to that.
That's the same thing.
I think I said it the reverse as well. Oh, I fucked it up too. That's all right.
For 30 litres of beer, I use 1.7 kilos of honey.
I was there for that.
Yeah.
Pouring it in. There's a lot of honey.
1.7. Like, is that?
That's what I had.
That's what. Oh,
That's what I had.
Yeah.
I had a bit more than that,
you-
but it didn't all come out of the jars nice and shit. So
Yep.
I weighed everything.
Oh, you actually weighed it.
I weighed everything.
And you got everything out of it, or
No,
you?
no. So I weighed everything in the tubs. I poured as much in as I could. Then I weighed everything again, and it was 1.69 kilos. Yeah, but
Would
we'll
you
round,
add
we'll
more
round it up to
honey
1.7.
if you'd done it again? If you do
if I wanted to make it more like what that, so if we're going by this as this is what a Braggott's supposed to taste like, then I have to add more honey. But
Yeah, I think
for me, I like this. I don't know if I'd even, but if I serve this to someone, I don't know actually, because if I serve this to someone without serving them this, I can guarantee I'd get a few people go, that's a bit funky. There's a bit of honey there. But
If they knew
compared-
what they were talking about.
yeah,
If you serve these side by side and said these are both Braggots, they would say there's no fucking way these are the same beer.
yeah,
Braggarts.
I agree.
Very good.
I don't know. What do you kind of boys think? Like I've talked a lot already.
Like I understand that these are, and the one thing that makes me understand that these are the same is that it doesn't matter what the beer base is. It's more the amount of honey added to it and the funk that you can get off the natural yeast in the honey. I don't think you've left, like if you left yours maybe even warm for a bit longer, so you left yours straight at 3 degrees,
Yeah.
so you're not going to get a whole lot of yeast out of that honey. If you dump the honey into it without, like, took it off the yeast, no yeast, like cold crush it, take it off the yeast, put the honey in it, and it's just the honey yeast doing something, getting some funk. Leave it for 6 months, you start get some actual funk.
My concern was having a too high of an ABV because I don't like beers that have like that real.
Tastes like alcohol.
Alcohol.
Like you're drinking a shot
And-
of alcohol with. Yep.
Yeah, the base beer was already 7.3%.
How'd you get it down to 5?
It's not. It's 7.3.
I thought you said it was 5 earlier.
I forgot.
I asked
So-
you twice out there. This was.
So Mike was
Well,
planning on driving home,
well,
but now you're going to have to order him an Uber
'cause I thought I
you
changed
fucked
it.
By
up.
the bucket load.
I thought I changed it to
take
5.
some?
I thought I
Yeah.
did it to 5, and I've just read the recipe. It's 7.3.
Do you want any more, or you?
I'm sorry, mate. I do. I just got, for those looking on the camera, you'll see, but I just got the recipe up to have a bit of a read. So that's because I do remember you had to have a really high, you're supposed to have a high gravity initial, like base, so that the flavors didn't overtake. So I'm sorry.
Fine. Like
So sorry.
it's obviously to a style. Like
I thought it was 5. I
second-
genuinely
It doesn't
thought
bother
it
me.
was 5.
I got to wake up tomorrow. That's like if I wake up at some point tomorrow, that's okay.
Listen to Luke and all his priorities. I've got to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't have a child. I don't have any. I don't have work on a Sunday.
God damn, you have hurling practice, though.
But you have hurling
It's not
practice.
like our Friday nights where I had to go to work on a Saturday morning. Like
yeah.
we're all good here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I make the state squad of 13 when there's 4 people showing up.
Admittedly, mine in my glass is very similar to the colour from the Stone Dog, so you probably hit that.
Correct.
For the commercial equivalent, Christoph, my head retention's fairly good in the same glass, whereas before it was fairly poor.
Too much
then
head
it was-
retention,
then-
if anything.
then-
Too much. Too much.
That was due to how I poured it.
A 6 foot into the glass.
Yes.
Too
Big
much.
drop.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
drop. Big
I
drop,
gave it
yeah.
2 George Gregans to pour in.
Oh, what a big cock.
Supposedly, did you go there?
No, I know.
Oh, you just-
I know his nickname was Pint Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondering if you experimented through the mid-90s.
I would.
At all.
It's not like I wouldn't.
Through the mid-90s.
Are we talking
He
the
was
East Coast pint glasses or the South Australian pint?
It'd have to be an East Coast Pint Glass.
But I think it's very like I drink that. I could drink that all day. That's up my alley. It has that malty, biscuity pale that I love, and a little bit of sweetness, which I don't normally love. But it's so faint for me that
I think faint now compared to the beer concentrate that the Braggot was. You know, I don't think this was so easy drinking before this. Honestly.
No, I disagree. I mean,
Okay.
when I first got here and I hadn't ever tried the Stone Dog, like
I would have smashed a whole
was-
heap of it before the Stone Dog.
I picked up on
I don't think there was any issue with me drinking this. No.
podcast.
the honey was there, but it wasn't. It's not overpowering.
Nah.
It's
And
not
that's the
like-
thing. So
and you
should we
don't
be?
want it
Should
to
we?
be. I
We don't want it to be.
don't want it to be.
Yeah.
I don't
neither do
need
I,
a
really.
sweet dessert beer. Really, like that's not what I would.
The biggest thing for me has been I've made a drinkable beer because the 3 before this were I literally had to tip out. Like I just had a bad run. Like shit went wrong. I had to empty kegs. I think I finished with the Sierra Nevada clone that was
The
just
hot
a
bomb.
mess. Yeah,
Was that the worst of the?
that was the worst.
That
of the
like
3.
that's probably the worst.
Sorry,
Beer that
how's he
I've
doing
ever-
worse than that?
No, I was just making sure that he didn't do some things.
Nah,
that were worse
it
than
was
that
just I made a
because-
few beers quickly and
Yeah.
nothing. I didn't pour any from the tap. These are sitting in the kegs right now. I've made brand new lines for my Pluto guns. It's pouring at the right level with the right amount of head with the right amount of
That
carbonation.
didn't help that Sierra Nevada.
No, but like
I wasn't saving it.
No, but that was, you know what I mean. Like everything is the.
I was just about to eat my glass then.
What do we reckon, boys? Has that been a pretty good
Let's get Luke something to eat.
summary for segment 2? We've got some cool shit coming up on. So please stay tuned. We have coming up next is what is it?
I don't know. Pretty
Don't-
cool
don't-
5 seconds ago.
Don't touch me. I'm about to quiz.
Yeah.
That's
Why would it be don't touch me?
Because you want to hold off, so you can
Slow down.
holding
slow
off and
down.
slow it down.
slow down, so he can have a good time too.
Just imagine
Yeah.
halfway through. Get off of me.
George's go-to.
I wish you were Simmo. All right, stick around. Don't touch me. I'm about to quiz.
G green. What does the G stand for? Get off of me.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Hang on. You want to introduce us, mate? Or just the
IPA session.
the new sound bites just finished. All right.
What's the new soundbite? Do we need to do it?
If you want to go for it.
Or can you cue me for it?
And a 1 and a 2.
I can't remember what I was meant to do.
That's the worst soundbite I ever heard.
You got to make a sex noise. Then I'm about to quiz.
I'm about to quiz.
That's actually really good. Simmo, we're about to quiz. Huh? Oh, you got to piss.
In 7 minutes.
Yeah. Are you ready, mate, or no? So we all cut our scrotums and put it into the goblet of forgiveness.
Mike doesn't.
I didn't read that book.
So we're queuing in. Simmo, I'm about to quiz.
I will.
go, man.
I will quiz.
I'm about to
So,
quiz.
so in a change up, without Simmo says that is a who am I thought to change up we'd have a quiz. So there's going to be 30 questions.
30 questions.
We can do 20 if you like. I thought we need a bigger sample size.
Okay.
So to go for a
Sample
little bit.
size.
So the first question is, and this is a little bit old, so I might have to put it forward. Which Sydney brewery recently had their
Tooheys.
7th birthday?
Oh, no, Jesus
Which I
Christ.
think will almost be 9th.
What does that even mean?
It's a
30 of these.
It's a 2018 article. So yeah.
So they're all
Come on,
multiple choice.
You guys can do the math.
2019.
2018 article.
It's going to take a long time. It's multiple choice. Lord Akasa, Rocks, or Young Henry's?
I'm going Young Henry's because isn't the Kasha from Queensland?
Next question.
Okay.
What was the other one? Rocks or something?
Young Henry's, question 1. Go.
Stone Brewing's Berlin Brewery was purchased by which craft beer brewery? Stone and Wood, Rogue, Brewdog, or Sierra Nevada?
Brewdog. Do you know the answers to these? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I think
Tell
I
me
do.
if I'm going too far.
No, you're good.
480p Pale Ale is from which Sydney-based gypsy brewer? Little Alchemist Brewing, Nine Fingers Brew, Shenanigans, or Pixel?
I got no idea.
No one has 9
Hey,
fingers.
Barbara, what's that pub? Shenanigans?
Pixel.
Boat Rocket just celebrated what birthday? 8th, 10th, 12th, or 6th?
I've never heard of Boat Rocker.
Well, yeah, 8 years at least behind.
How many years? 6 years. 6.
8, 10, 12, or 6?
Which is the answer?
I'm telling you at the end.
I'm going to
Almost.
say 8 because middle.
Yeah, I like that.
The Incubator is the brew pub of which Melbourne-based
What was what they
brewery?
kept babies alive in?
Fixation, Mountain Goat, Two Birds, or Stomping Ground?
2 birds because the women.
100% stomping ground.
Because they incubate babies, like you said.
Alt beers are historically associated with which
Germany.
German city?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Frankfurt, Hamburg,
Germany.
Dortmund, or Dusseldorf?
Dusseldorf.
What was it?
It
You
bothers
ready?
me that you didn't know the answer, but you guessed the right one.
He did too.
Oh, this auto-corrected to the correct spelling too, with the umlauts.
Which US brewer has
One.
produced the official HBO-supported Game of Thrones beer?
Pabst.
Ommegang, Stone Brewing, Sierra Nevada, or Rogue?
Rogue.
Why?
Rogue, by the way.
Huh?
That's how you spell rogue.
Rogue.
How
Yeah.
you say it, not how you spell it.
Did you say rogue
So-
earlier? Because I swear you said robe, and I was like,
That's the wrong one, yeah.
I was like, no.
Beer Cartel celebrates what birthday this year? But it'd be the last year, probably. 9th, 7th, 8th, or 10th?
10th.
So many birthday questions.
How did
What
you
is-
come up with these questions?
What is the oldest American brewery still in operation?
Anchor.
Pabst, Sam Adams, AB, or Ounce Year, but or whatever the fuck you say.
Anheuser-Busch.
Yep. Or Jugendling.
Youngling.
Young, yeah. Is that your
So
answer?
Anchor wasn't, because Anchor's just changed
Is that your
their-
answer?
Or Anchor.
No.
Anchor's not on the list. I think it's Anchor.
Youngling.
Oh, I'll go with Youngling. They're good.
Because they were young.
That wasn't what
once
the
upon a
question
time.
was, though, Chris.
What was the question?
Which of these next breweries is good? Oh, wait,
Oh.
mate, you got it.
Youngling.
I'll show you a picture. The above beer.
That's Hannah's Mutt.
Fantastic for audio media. I'll show you this picture.
Is
2
produced.
out of 3
Did everyone see
got
it?
it right. Yeah.
Is produced by which brewery?
Rolling Stone.
Big Shed,
Pineapple.
Hope Brew House,
Rolling
Pineapple
Stone.
beer.
Hop Nation, or Little Band?
It's like the Rolling Stone,
Hop
Rolling
Nation.
Stone tongue, like licking. Just for you guys that are listening at home. Is that fair? Like the mouth and the lick. But
Would you like me to go to
green
the
and
next
yellow.
quiz, or do you want to hear the answers from the first
Let's
one?
go
and
to the
see where-
answers.
Let's go to the first.
Yeah.
I didn't get the. Can I get the choices for that 10th question? Because I was too busy trying to explain to the listeners at home.
The Beatles.
Hope, Fixation.
I'm going to
Stone
go
Wood, and
fixation.
something
You can
else.
stop there.
Everyone pass
Okay.
your phone to the left and grade each other's.
All right, so the answer for the first one
We can grade that. All right, it's all right. I'm the only one here who's going to cheat.
was Young Henry's,
Wrong.
I actually did that. There we go. Camera. Fuck you.
because you are a cheater.
I said rocks because I had no idea.
The answer to the second question is Brewdog.
Is Brewdog probably a correct answer?
No, it was actually just brew pump.
Just-
Brewdog by itself.
Okay, so
Brew pump.
I got that one wrong as well.
The
I
answer
said
to
no
the
fucking
third-
idea, but Brewdog probably.
Yeah.
The answer to the third question is Pixel Brewing.
So not nine
guessed
fingers.
that.
Not nine fingers.
Guessed all of them.
The answer to the fourth question is 10th.
Oh, wrong.
Out.
I guess 10th later. Does that count?
No.
Yep.
No. Okay.
Who has the
from
incubator?
None of you guess fixation though, right?
The fifth answer is Fixation.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
sir. I'm back.
The answer
stomping
to the
around?
sixth question is Dusseldorf.
Thank you, guys.
Dusseldorf.
Fucking guessed as well.
Yeah, I did.
The answer to the seventh question is Omegang.
No.
Damn. Rogue.
Nope, it's Omegang.
No.
The answer to the eighth question
I think it's seventh.
is 10th.
Yes.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Because the middle. It's the middle one.
Chris is a self-confessed cheater.
The answer to the ninth question
Youngling.
is Youngling. The cheater's back, baby.
He said anchor. He cut in before the answers, just like season 2.
Yeah, I know. And the answer to the 10th question is Hope.
5
I
out
got
of 10.
6.
I got
Well,
two.
it only
2
does
out of
make
10.
it.
2 out of 10 is not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
I know, for
That,
guessing.
that's just passing you.
How does that
You
even
know,
work?
honestly, out of
It's
10
like
questions, if
PC
you guessed
degrees.
randomly, you would have done better than 2, though.
Yeah, you should have done A.
How many of them were actually A? Though?
I got no idea.
No.
Fucking yeah. 6 out of 10. I guess
Sorry.
all of them.
I hadn't even heard of
Cut in
half
for
of
half of those with a
fucking
wrong
breweries.
answer.
That's why we like multiple choice, don't we?
That's why you use multiple choice.
So we'll do 10 more.
What do you reckon? 10 more? For the win. For the challenge.
Yeah, we need a sample size.
All right. You cut in once more.
Dogfish Head recently, again, this was last year,
What do you mean?
recently merged with which other American brewery? Sam Adams, Budweiser, Boston Beer Company, or Sierra Nevada?
Boston. So good. Yeah. Go, Simmo. Keep going, mate.
Brewland is a new sovereign nation created by which Australian brewery? Bolter,
No, try him in, Chris.
Bridge Road, Hop Nation, or Stone and Wood?
Stone and penis.
Wow. I guessed that first and none of them came up.
Are we ready for the next?
Yes, please. He's got that down.
According to Beer Cartel's top 50 beers of 2018, what was number one beer?
Of 2018.
Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, Feral Hop Hog, Pirate Life Double IPA, or Modus Operandi Former Tenant?
What was the first one?
Stone and Wood Pacific,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Feral Hop Hog, Pirate Life Double IPA, or Modus Operandi Former Tenant? Next
You know the
question.
Stone and Wood Pacific Hour is now called Session Hour?
What?
You're an
It's
idiot.
not.
You're an
Twice
idiot.
now.
Yeah. The latest Four Pines Kellador is what style?
Keller beer.
I don't know.
A Kiwi Brute IPA, a Nipah, a Honey Imperial Stout, or a double IPA?
Kiwi, whatever.
Stop
Brute
copying
IPA.
me.
Really?
A Kiwi Brute IPA. is your
Can't beat
answer?
you like this.
Yeah, Kiwi. I think it's pronounced Brut.
Brute.
I like Brute. Which brewery was named Grand Champion at the 2019 Royal Queensland Food and Wine Show? Stone and Wood, Burley Brewing, Bolter, or Black Hops? Stone and Wood, Burley Brewing, Bolter, or Black Hops?
If autocorrect gets you, does it count?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever autocorrect gives you, that's what
This
the answer
beer,
is.
That's wrong.
this beer is reference to which cartoon?
Simpsons.
You're a fuckhead.
The Simpsons,
I did not even get to
American
see this.
Dad.
Like, can I see this and explain this? Is this a...
Family Guy, or Futurama?
Old man yells at cloud by that brewery.
Can I have a look at
Wives'
the...
Tale.
Just put the Simpsons down, mate.
It's got a big yellow hand on it. Who the fuck else is it going to be?
Yeah, Simpsons.
Old Wives' Ales. Is who it's by. The next question is, which of the following gypsy breweries was not part of the May 4th collaboration? Kessel Run East Coast IPA. That was the collab.
That's Star Wars.
definitely
Kessel.
Star Wars.
The options are Nine Fingers Brew, Pixel Brewing, Shenanigans Brewing, or Little Alchemist Brewing
I thought there
Co.
was going to be more Star Wars hints there. I would have known.
I'm
if
going to
there
go
were.
with shenanigans.
What's the little one? Little
Little Coast.
Coast.
Little Alchemist, it is.
Alchemist. Never heard of them.
Amundsen,
I mean,
Amundsen Brewing is from which country? Sweden,
oh,
America,
Oh, no.
Norway,
oh,
or Denmark?
oh, a lot of Nordic yars in there. I'm going to get.
You can have a look at the can if you like.
Fuck off!
Let's see.
Sorry, but is it always the last one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweden, America, Norway, or Denmark?
Denmark's the one with the red and the white in it.
Sweden.
Sweden.
You mean
What is the name
Sounds
of
like Victoria W's.
Ekham's Brewing Co.'s owner / head brewer? Mike, Chris, Luke, or Andy?
Oh, I like this one. I'm going to go with Luke.
I'm going to go with Mike.
I thought you were going to go Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John then.
Nah.
Bolter's latest release, which probably isn't now,
It's a
Handsome
double
Elf-
IPA.
Handsome Elvis
It's a stout.
is what style? Milk Stout, Nipah,
this show.
Black IPA, or Berliner Weisse?
Fuck out of here.
Stout, bracket, milk, bracket.
So, we're ready for the answers, boys?
Yes,
Get your
please.
fingers out. We
just
wait our
heard them
fingers
all.
out.
Yeah, Jizzmaster, let's give it to me.
Answer to question 1 was Boston Beer Company.
Wrong.
I'm with the Luke on that. No, it is Boston.
The answer to question 2 was Bridge Road.
Oh, shit.
Wrong.
Fuck.
I wanted to go Bridge Road because I like Bridge Road.
Answer to question 3 was Pirate Life Double IPA.
Oh, shit.
No,
Sorry.
Who won that?
The Gabs Hottest 100.
No.
Oh, I misheard
The
the question.
question was Beer Cartels.
I
Number
thought the
one.
Gabs
yeah,
as
I thought
well.
I heard Gabs as well. That's all right.
Listen to the questions, you fucking
What,
dumb
what,
fucks.
what did you guys say?
I said
Stone
Pacific
and Wood.
Ale.
I said Stone and Wood as well. There you go.
You're all fucking wrong.
You're all wrong.
Answer to question 4 is
Double IPA.
Honey Imperial Stout.
Oh, no, I did Kiwi something.
Answer to question 5 is Burley Brewing.
Oh, shit, I did Bolton.
I
I
did
did
Bolton
Bolter
too.
as well.
I
Yeah.
got one so far.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting
Answer to
two.
question 6 is The Simpsons.
Oh, yes, I know I got that right.
Answer to question 7 is Shenanigans Brewing.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm
shit.
one from at the moment.
It's almost harder to
Answer
do.
to question 8 is Norway.
Apparently the last one every time.
Answer to
You
question
listen
9
to me.
is Mike.
Yes, I got it.
Oh, I did Luke.
And the answer to question 10 is Milk Stout.
Yes, I got 3 in the second.
I got
I improved.
4.
I improved.
I like
Yeah,
I got
five.
5.
So have you guys won one each?
Yeah.
Do we go to the final quiz?
I don't know if we can because we're at like 18 minutes.
Okay.
have like a 1 question tiebreaker.
Ooh.
And
What?
like it'll be like and the first one to answer.
Something Luke can win.
No, I definitely lost.
What is Luke's name?
Luke can win.
I know this one.
Here we go.
Milk Stout.
Okay, ready?
Lucas.
So me versus you. If I chime in and it's wrong, I'm out.
Yep. That gives me an infinite amount of time to answer.
In the Beer and Brewer 2019 Beer and Brewer Awards, who won the Best Brewer in the 2018/19 Beer and Brewer Awards? Dave Patton, Brad Rogers, Scott Hargrave, or Sam Fuss?
Hargraves.
No. Is it Rogers or Hargraves? If not, next question.
It's Hargraves.
What did I say?
Rogers.
Brad Rogers.
Oh, I didn't even know what I said.
And I beat that, so well done to me.
We have a winner!
Well done, Mike. Well done, Mike. We have an actual winner this time. Thank you.
Making me quiz. Okay, thank you very much. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, good job.
What do we got on in now, boys? We got a bit of BrewBusters. Should we pause, get the BrewBusters music in and get that rolling? Yeah. Is that a yes or a no?
That was yes. That was the music. Yes.
And now, please welcome the host of BrewBusters,
Michael Kogler.
So we are easing back into it. This is kind of a easy-ish one. It's still a craft brewing company, and I was going to do a lot more like worldly brewers for the year, but I think I've stuck to an Australian one, and it's got a bit of a video game edge to it. So I'm going to say it wasn't quite as good as Modern Warfare, but it's still all right. BH from Queensland. You know, it wasn't as good as Modern Warfare, but you know, it was still all right.
Bad hops.
BH from Queensland.
Hang on, is that the only clue we have?
That's the only clue you got. You get one clue
BH
for the
from
month.
Queensland.
BH from Queensland. You're not as good as Modern Warfare, but you know, you're still all right.
You're laughing. Do you know? My brain's got like I'm thinking really hard.
I don't want to give any more away. I feel I've already given you too much that I've said it's a video game clue, but that's all I'm going to give you. Stew on it. Message into the show. Tell us we're shit. It's not as good as Modern Warfare, but it's still all right. BH. You fucking idiot.
I did not know.
Your mouth couldn't keep up with your brain.
You are
then.
cursed for the
Your
remainder of the
mouth,
year.
Like, it literally couldn't. You said it and then you went, oh!
When I said bad hops,
Actually,
I'm like,
Sorry, you've said both combinations of the words in wrong clues.
yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. And Lukey got it. Oh man, my cheeks hurt. You're a fucking.
when I said bad hops and you guys are still looking at me like,
I grimaced
what
at
the
you
fuck?
like,
That didn't sound right to me, but
Like,
then you
what?
said it.
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm so
God.
far off.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's really funny, man.
So yeah,
Fuck,
edit that
that's
out.
really good.
Yeah.
I got to
Well done,
remember
Luke.
to actually edit that shit out.
So it's like the one time I've actually got the clue.
That is rare for you, isn't it, Luke?
Don't do gamer clues, Mike. Don't do
well,
no more gamer
I won't make that
clues.
mistake again.
That's so funny. Oh man, that's everything that I loved out of the 2020 season. Just to dial it back a bit, we've had something fairly serious and upsetting happen just this last week in the SA craft beer industry. Brenton from Ren Beer, who we've interviewed, we've enjoyed his beers, and I feel like he's a bit of a friend of us and of the show, has unfortunately passed away. I don't really know what to say. What the fuck do you say to that? Like he can we talk a bit about Ren Beer and what they did for SA craft beer? It's so sad and so sudden as well. Like
Very much a tough
I
one
think it
to
was battling
digest.
for 3 or 4 years with a particular cancer, which we weren't obviously knew anything about it, particularly when we went up there and chatted with him. We weren't to know that he was crook.
no,
I think it was pretty, a fact that was held pretty safely within his family, I guess. But very welcoming, very fun. The day we were up there and we had a chat to him, brewed in a traditional style, which was really impressive for a guy of his age. And his brew house was set up really, really well.
I think one of the things you actually said that I just wanted to bring up was that he wasn't the kind of guy who's going to put $10 brewery tours on. You know, you can sit amongst the brew gear, and he would happily take anyone on a walk through. You know what I mean? Like, and show you this is how I make the beer, and it's just something that we kind of wanted to bring up and to mention that it's just a really, really sad day in time, and it's we wanted to kind of
and to the people in the Barossa, it's affected them. I spoke to my mum last night, who lives up that way, and a couple of her friends frequented Ren Beer, and they were pretty gutted up in the Barossa yesterday or the day before when it was announced that he'd passed away. Like I said, very welcoming. I think the local community up there for any small brewery was a lot of fun away from the bigger few pubs and wineries up there. It's a real niche market, and he made it an enjoyable time to drink some really, really good beer.
Yeah, definitely. I think I wasn't part of the interview that you did for the show, but I remember that not long after that, Ruby and I had gone up to talk to him, and it was such an interesting thing because brewing was one of those things I just felt instantly connected with him, and we just spoke like seemingly the whole time I was there, just about beer and brewing, and it seems to sort of just transcend any other sort of barrier that we had, and we were just talking about, you know, the like smallest, most intricate things, or it was one of these things that really seemed to like bring us together, and it was like very, very sad to see the news. And I'm seeing in, you know, the days that have followed it that a lot of the other like brewing community in South Australia is hurting because of it. And yeah, I think it is a nice thing of ours to, you know, pass our condolences, but also like celebrate his life and, you know, enjoy the beers that he produced, which were fantastic beers. And to hear the way that he was revered in the community is really such a lovely thing.
And we need to be, you know, we're really lucky that he shared those stories with us that time.
gave us time, man. He gave us time that
Quite a lot of time.
he knew he didn't have.
They were busy that day. There was a lot going on.
And we've actually got a couple of his beers left, and instead of saving them and doing that, we're gonna crack them and enjoy. And this is as Brenton said himself, his baby. This is we have two of the Ren Beer extra stouts. We're going to pour and have a sip.
Award-winning stout.
And what I would like to do, please crack that and pour that, Duds, is have a bit of a chat about this beer and just when we went to have a chat and interview Brenton and talk about his beer, Ren Beer were on the cusp of closing.
Yeah.
And they submitted this particular beer into the AIBA for some judging and some testing. And it won gold. And what I remember Brenton saying was that this medal, like they beat Cooper's for this.
It's a big tick.
And this
Cooper's extra stout's good.
Oh man, but to have judges blind taste this and say it's better than that is
fantastic.
And the chop as well. For those who don't know, he was a home brewer who was brewing on a small batch kind of system and delivering this good
In his shed, wasn't he?
in his shed.
Yeah.
And this beer that we're about to drink right now is the reason that Ren Beer kept on.
Yeah, it was. That was his motivation, wasn't it? This exact beer made him continue and open up.
It's a fantastic beer.
It's a brilliant beer. It is.
Right up my alley. I love the dark beers. I love sweet. It's rich. It's everything.
And this stout, like, so have we said it's the stout?
Smooth and robust.
The Ren Beer extra stout.
It's a smooth, robust black ale.
It is.
Yeah.
And then
The carbonate, like to the carbonation, even it's got enough that it tingles your tongue, but it's subtle enough that it feels like silk going down. Like this could easily be a nitro style beer.
brilliant head on it. That cappuccino head that we talked about.
The cappuccino foam. So to those listening and to those, especially in South Australia who knew Brenton or have been to Ren Beer, raise a glass and, I don't know, send your condolences the way of the Wren family, because it's a very sad sad day or sad time for them, especially, but the craft beer community in SA also.
Yeah.
You reckon, boys?
Yeah.
To Brenton.
To Brenton.
To Brandon.